Number 23, Quantum of Solace. Now, I have to say that one of these things that doesn't really make this work is that it's kind of complicated, but here's the thing about James Bond films. Sometimes it doesn't seem like they have a plot, just a series of action scenes. And most of us remember our favorite James Bond movie because of a great action scene or a few great action scenes, because there's usually packed like at least 6 of them in every film. But when it comes to plot, it's often so buried deep that when I was talking about these films in my movie/reviews, I really had to look up on the Wikipedia thing why James Bond was in this location, what he was doing there, because I didn't really know. I would often remember like, okay, James Bond is out in the desert. Why is he out in the desert? Why is he looking for this stuff? So yeah, this one was really complicated and needlessly so. It did not have to be that, because it really is one of those films that should be a straight up revenge story. And because it's really the first time a Bond film has been really very much connected to the last Bond film, with the exception of, say, the opening of Diamonds Are Forever or the opening of For Your Eyes Only. Like, there is a definite connection there. Like, Bond is upset over the death of Vesper Lynd, so he's trying to find out, okay, who did that? The problem is he kind of did that at the end of Casino Royale. He finds the mysterious Mr. White, and he introduces himself, and you think like, oh, he's going to just kill him now. But no, you actually see him take Mr. White to M. And then Mr. White tells him that, oh, the Quantum is in charge of like everything. They're a secret organization. And then it gets, and then it just kind of gets like, I don't think they even really expose Quantum by the end of this film or any film. That's kind of the worst part of that, is it's just such a big loose thread. And then he has to go to Bolivia, and I really had to figure out, like, okay, why is he in Bolivia now? And it's like, this is the questions that you ask yourself when you're watching these films on a second time. But for the most part, when you watch a film, you just kind of go with it. Like, hey, Bond's going to this thing. This also deals with Bond going rogue, and this happened a lot in the Craig era, and it really shouldn't have. And the first time it happened was, I'll get to that film later. I think the thing that I really don't like about this thing is it's done with a weird editing style that's trying to imitate Bourne a bit too much, the Jason Bourne series. A lot of shaky cam, it looks gritty and stuff like that, and it's really gritty sometimes. I mean, we got to see a character named Strawberry Fields get just suffocated in oil just so you can make an homage to Goldfinger, and I'm going like, okay, that's cold, brah. You just don't do that. And Renee Mathis gets put in a dumpster. Yeah, this film is very dismal in its thing like that. And it doesn't really work for it because it is just so dark sometimes.